One of the most frequently asked questions I get from people who are about to expand their acoustic kit with some kind of electronic device is, which is better, the Octapad or the SPD-SX? But one is not better than the other, because though they have a lot in common, these instruments were made for different purposes. In this video, I will try to summarize the features of both and make some kind of comparison. Let's start with the SPD-30 Octapad. You can find white ones and black ones on the market, but other than the color, they are the same. What you can see at first sight is that it has 8 rubber pads, which are pretty thick, so it rebounds and feels nice during playing. It has 4 extra trigger inputs and a hi-hat controller input too. The Octapad has more than 600 built-in sounds, all of which can be edited and layered, so you can create a lot of unique sounds. The built-in sounds include kick drums, snare drums, toms, hi-hats, cymbals, there's tons of percussion instruments, there are melodic stuff like synths and basses, and there's also a lot of sound effects.
Woo! Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You can also choose from a variety of built-in effects like reverbs, delays, distortions, and so on and so on. The biggest difference from the SPD-SX is that you cannot load your own samples to the Octapad, only use the onboard ones. The Octapad's unique feature is looping. You can record phrases in 3 layers and then play along, mute, unmute parts, or adjust the volume separately. If you connect a foot switch to the foot switch input, you can, for example, start or stop the loops with your feet. You can use the Octapad as a part of your acoustic kit or separately with a KT10 bass drum trigger pedal and a hi-hat controller, so that way you have a fully functioning electronic drum kit in front of you and it's very comfortable to play. Now let's talk about the SPD-SX. This one in front of me is actually called SPD-SX SE Special Edition, and the difference is that it's red and it has a larger built-in memory. It has 9 rubber pads, which are less thick than the ones on the Octapad, so they feel a bit different. It has 2 dual trigger inputs, but no hi-hat controller input. The most important thing is that you can load your own samples from a USB stick or from your computer and save them to the internal memory. These samples can also be backing tracks and loops. If you assign a backing track to one pad and a click track to another, you can link them with the pad link function, so whenever you hit one of the 2 pads, they will start playing in sync. For this feature, it's very important that the SPD-SX has a stereo output and a sub-out output also, and within the module you can set the routing of the different pads. For example, it's possible to hear the click track only through the phone's output. There are a lot of built-in effects and 2 dedicated big knobs for them. Through the audio input, you can record music directly to the pads or use this input for your in-ear mix. Connect any sound source to the audio input, press the sampling button and choose a sampling mode. So the SPD-SX can be a 9-pad hitting surface, a trigger module, a backing track player, and your in-ear mixer at the same time.